Hello and welcome back to Brickworld Crossing. This is our final tour of Buttland 1.0 before we start the Great Buttland Redesign of 2023. Also, the first time I'm theming the island. So any future videos you see on Brickworld Crossing, Buttland will be under construction for the ultimate culmination of Buttland 2.0. Today we are finally, for the last video tour of this island before the retheming, we're going to take a look at my resident rep home, and the tour itself actually started in the middle of my last YouTube video. Sid had a thought bubble, and he wanted to check out my house, and I can't say no to my villagers, so we have a little guest host on with us today with Sid. So next up is Sid and I touring my resident rep home. Enjoy. Oh, now you have a thing. What? Yeah? Ah, shit. Yes. Sure. Well, I'm in the middle of a video, but maybe we'll just make this the house tour. So, joining us on our Mark's resident rep house tour is Sid. He wanted to see the house as well, so we'll see what he thinks about it during this. This is my favorite thing that Cranky say. I mean, it just looks pretty. I can't play the freaking harp. You want to play a game or something? Aw, thanks. A dolly shirt? Jesus. No one needs a dolly shirt, but thanks, Sid. So I did this because I was sick of trying to please the Happy Home Academy. I mean, seriously, the Happy Home Academy can burn in hell. And so I just put out whatever I wanted. Oh, look, I still got some Toy Day stuff out there. So I just threw all the items in the game that I thought were cool. I love the white instruments. I love the astrology things. And I was just like, screw it. I'm going to design what I want to. So this is the main room in my house. When we retheme this to be a fairy tale island, I don't think this is too far off from something you might see in the entrance in a fairy tale house, but I might rope it in a bit to be castle-y because I can get some of this stuff in other rooms if I change up what I have in here. You know, it's been a while. I'm not even sure what I have in here anymore. I think this is the bathroom. Yeah, it sure is. It's a rather intimate bathroom. Hey, Sid, what do you think of the bathroom? Yeah. I like to meditate while I poop, Sid. Don't mind me, I'm just going to take a quick dump while you check the place out. This is nice, but as long as I could do this to somebody's house, I don't necessarily need it in my own house. I can probably have more fun. Hey, I'm not gonna wash my hands. Aww. Okay, that's a first. I have not seen that one before. Yeah? Seriously? Okay, great. I do like this, and I have come over here and, when you're playing this game for 12 hours a day like I did during the pandemic, you do things like, hey, let's turn on the shower and go take a shower. Yeah, I think you're overthinking it there, bro Mando. My nickname on the island is Butthead because it's Buttland. Alright, let's get out of here. And back here we have an area. I've tried to make kind of a little garden courtyard, like, so the feeling would be that it's actually there's no roof here, but it's kind of a walled garden. I think you do. Yep, we sure do. And this is turned again. It's a very 1.0 looking room. So I could probably do a lot better even if I did want to keep this as a garden back here, which would be nice. A little courtyard in the back of the whatever castle house this ends up being, or maybe I can make that main room a courtyard. That'd be fun. We'll see how things turn out when I actually start theming it, not just rambling through all the old stuff that I've had here since pretty much since the beginning. Thanks, Sid. Thanks for watering that windflower. It was about to die. You saved it. Alright. So let's check out my kitchen. I actually really like the kitchen. Oh yeah, it's littered with turnips at the moment, but I don't know if I can ever get rid of the snowy windows in here because I just love the fact that it's winter outside. Winter is my favorite season in Animal Crossing. I really like when everything's covered in snow. Again, I would call this uninspired, just considering how long it's kind of looked like this. I could definitely do better. We'll have some fun. And on to the bedroom, which I do believe is rather boring. I used the Imperial furniture. Again, I was probably trying to make the Happy Home Academy happy. Get a better score and get my trophies and stuff by using all the Imperial furniture. Hot tubs are probably my favorite thing to put in anyone's home. Let's see, I'm still waiting on some of my villager photos. Like, it's taken me a while. Let's see who I'm missing. I think, yeah, Tank I got recently. Oh no, maybe I've got them all now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess I'm missing Diana and Beardo. I feel like it's taken me longer to get these photos than it seems to for other people. Yeah, thanks, man. Sure. Yeah, I'll probably redesign your place at some point. Although I like the skull wallpaper and flooring that Sid has. And last but not least, I actually didn't make this basement creepy. This is a situation where I did whatever I wanted to. I had an overflow of turnips. It wouldn't all fit in the kitchen. Wish we had a place we can keep those. But yeah, this is basically astrology and glowing moss basement. And, you know, there's some 2.0 stuff in here. I'm obsessed with this flooring. Love the way that moves. Alright, I'm going to take that as a hint that we're going to end this tour. We didn't even play a game. Oh, I'm sure we will. Bye. They always seem to come by or want to do something while I'm in the middle of either like redesigning something or, you know, making a YouTube video. I like mixing the songs with the what are these? Gyroids. That is something I've liked doing in villagers' houses on Happy Home Paradise, is putting a bunch of gyroids on the wall and finding the best kind of mix of instruments to enhance the song that's being chosen. And I find that like even the most annoying KK Slider song can be turned into something cool with the right gyroids to kind of change the way it all sounds. You know, the way I have this set up, you can't really sit and oh, you can. I didn't realize you could sit from scooting. Now I know. Hey, cool. Got my crystal ball. That is a cool piece. Yeah, we'll see what happens with the retheme. I'm sure this sort of facade is going to end up somewhere in the house. This may end up my bedroom. But I think I'm going to move the kitchen down here and do some other fun creative stuff with the other rooms on the first floor. So that's the house. Here's the exterior. It's terrible. I really have not, as much as I've over-designed my other villager yards, I have not done very much with this. Again, this was something that I wanted to be viewable from the other side of this waterfall ravine. We'll go take a look at that in a second. But yeah, this is kind of a very simple design that I haven't done enough with. I've never been happy with it, but I've spent most of my time on the rest of the island. The spot where I wanted this to be viewable from is over here. kind of just catching some of the transition areas that aren't really transition at all. They're just kind of blank. I was really excited about having this space. Sid's house used to be up here, and then I decided to move it so that I could have this space to design. Sid's house got in the way of the view over that little waterfall ravine you can see in the background. So this area here, I wanted it to be a spot where you can kind of see my house from. You can't. Again, it's a situation where I make these really deep waterfall areas, and they're kind of a waste of space because you can't see anything past them because of the angle of the camera, the way the horizon disappears so quickly. So you can kind of make my house out back there, and the flowers and the gazebo and the trees look pretty during the day, but at night you can't really see it, and that's a little disappointing. This area, instead of me being really creative with it, I put out more butterflies, and then just this has become kind of a storage for flowers I don't know what to do with but want to use somewhere. And of course when it rains they get overgrown, and I've got blue roses and purple pansies everywhere. So we'll be mixing this up as well. This is a remnant of when Sid's yard was up here. So I mean, this is something that probably look good in jungle ruins, but again, we're going with a fairy tale theme. There might be some darker areas. I do think we'll end up with a situation where you have it'll be a Cubby versus Mark sort of world, where they both have their castle factions on either side of the island. But again, I don't know how much of this I'll be able to knock down. I've been looking at my Illustrator file where I made a map of the island, and I actually used to sit there and try to walk out the island and figure out where all the terrain changed, and kind of have an idea of what I could do to design the island the way I wanted, but this has never really been helpful. And I don't know if I'd be able to say I'm just gonna knock everything to the ground and start over, because I do like some of the areas, and I think I just need to kind of enhance them and reconfigure a bit. But we'll see what happens when I actually start getting to it, which should be soon. And we're just one step closer now. So that's it for my house. Thanks for joining me once again, and thank you again, the entire Animal Crossing online community, for inspiring me with your posts. And we'll see how this turns out in the future.